Hey, future colleagues, my name is Talasia, and Amcas opens up in less than 1 month. So here are some of my essentials when applying to medical school. First and foremost is my Bible, a relationship with God, and my faith. Because let me tell you something. This process will stress you out. And I mean out. It'll have your hair falling out. It's going to have you down bad. So one thing that was really important for me is to stay grounded in my faith. Like if I didn't have faith, if I didn't have God, I would have lost my mind throughout that entire process applying to medical school last year. Very important. Applying to medical school actually allowed me to strengthen my relationship with God because I was literally trying to do the impossible. Me, if you know me, my stats, everything, I shouldn't even be where I am today. So me applying to medical school was honestly considered impossible. So the fact that I even submitted my application was like enough for me. It was enough for me to continue having my faith in God because he literally brought me to the steps that I needed to. He ordered my steps and he allowed me to be able to submit an application last cycle. So that's number one. My faith in God and my Bible. This book right here is the book of life. The book of life. I call it the book of life and the book of reads. Get you one. Okay. Number two for me is definitely the FAP program, the Fee Assistance Program. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't qualify for FAP because FAP was so clutch. So with FAP, what you get is you get half off of your MCAT. And we all know that MCAT is expensive for no reason. The MCAT prep bundle for free. You get the MSAR, which is like the database that you can search all the schools with and compare them. You get that for free. You get 20 free schools, and we all know. I think the first school is like $120 or $140, and then after each school is $70 a piece. Baby, that adds up. So with FAP, you get 20 free schools. You also get free secondaries for most schools. I know for me, myself, and I only had to pay for 2 secondaries. That was for Meharry and for UNC. And even with me applying to programs now, they're allowing me to, I've been just telling people that I qualified for FAP last year, and I've just been trying to see if they will accept my FAP as a fee waiver. And some of them been allowing me to do it, and we love that, okay? So if you have FAP, if you qualify for FAP already, then and you're reapplying or applying to something else, make sure you tell the people you qualified for FAP last year. And if you haven't applied for FAP, what are you waiting for? You should be applying for FAP after you watch this video. Don't do it now, because come on, continue watching the video. Okay, number 3 for me is definitely some type of Google Doc, some type of spreadsheet for you to be able to organize all of your schools you're applying to and everything you need for that school. And I mean, like, if they waitlisted you, if they denied you, if you're submitting their secondary, if you're working on their secondary, all of your logins, how many secondaries they have, the due dates for the secondaries. Like, when you start applying to all of these schools and all of this information is just coming at you at different times, and you're not going to remember all these deadlines. So you need to have everything in one place on your spreadsheet so you can be organized and you will not forget anything. Because one thing you don't want to do is miss something and then you're upset with yourself. So let's avoid that and let's get you a spreadsheet. I'm going to put the one that I use in my bio or in my beacons or whatever. I don't know. I haven't done this in a long time, but I'm going to link it so that y'all can use it for y'all med school applications for this upcoming cycle. Another thing that I definitely recommend if you can is to make a separate email account for your applications, for everything related to med school, for your applications. Or if not, then I would definitely make a folder, a subfolder. So I made a folder for med school. I made a subfolder for secondary invites. I made another subfolder for denials. I made another subfolder for interviews, which I didn't get any. But I just wanted to stay organized because I have a lot coming in my email, and stuff was just getting lost. That's how I didn't realize I missed UNC's deadline to pay their application fee. make you a new separate email just for medical school applications, or either make your subfolders for it. The next one I would definitely say is a good therapist. A great therapist and a very, very good support system, because I know personally, me, myself, and I know I ran my therapist through it. I knew my therapist needed to book an appointment with her therapist after I talked to her, because the way I was stressing homegirl out, it was crazy. I got my therapist from Therapy for Black Girls. You can also try BetterHelp. I never tried BetterHelp, but I do know some people who have. And you need to get you one locked in and loaded. You need to get one now while you are going through this process, so that when you get into medical school, they will know where you coming. They will know you each step of the way. So I definitely recommend a therapist. Definitely I would recommend your support system. I would also recommend setting boundaries with your support system. I know for me, my support system is amazing. I love them deeply. But it was so frustrating for them to keep asking me, what's going on with your med school applications? What's going on with your cycle? So and so. And honestly, it was depressing for me personally, because I was not hearing anything. It was too much to tell different people the same answers every week. You get what I'm saying? So I would definitely, if I had to go back and do it again, I would definitely set boundaries. I would probably put everyone in a group chat and send updates as they came in, and definitely tell people not to keep bothering me, because it's already enough stress going through the application process. And then you don't want to add on more stress from people around you who mean well. They mean well. The support means well. But it's just a lot when you're going through it. You have all these emotions, and you don't want to have to pile on someone else's emotions on top of yours, because yours is really all that matters right now. This next one is super, super important. It's patience. Patience, my brother. Patience, my sister. What they saying, Dream Girls? Patience. You have got to have a lot, not even a little bit. You got to have a lot of patience when you're going through the medical school application, because these people, these admins committees will leave you on red like that man who you know don't like you, but you want him to like you so bad, so you keep texting him 5 times a day. They will leave you like that. And you'll be like, so what's the tea? What's the move? If you don't want me, let me know. You ain't gotta lie to me. You ain't gotta leave me on. You ain't gotta gaslight me. Make sure you have patience, because this entire process is a waiting game. Applying to medical school is a year-long process. It starts in May. The application is open in May. You can submit in June, I believe. And then you have from June to next June to know something gonna shake for you within that year. So it's a long time span, and it's a long, hard road. That waiting year, it's a long waiting year. So you gotta have patience. Some schools will let you know, we ain't feeling you. Maybe next year, try again, retake that test, take some more classes. But some schools will literally leave you on red. I have a friend who applied during the 2022 cycle, and they didn't deny her until the apps opened in 2023, which is a whole year. So I'm like, that's so rude if you're asking me. The next thing that I would say is to definitely have your secondaries pre-written and have a document where you're housing all of your secondaries. You can also do a Google spreadsheet or whatever you like. I did mine on a Google Docs. It was easy because some of the schools actually had the same prompt, so I could just copy and paste it, change the words up, change the school up, all that kind of stuff. At this point, I don't know when I'm going to actually release this, but at this point, right now it's April 6th, but at this point, I think your medical school application, the general gist of it, you may be doing final touches, should be done, and you should be trying to just fine comb through your application for the most part, so you can be ready to submit it in May. But as soon as you submit that application in May, it takes a couple of weeks. If you're really early, it may not take that long to get it verified. but it takes a couple of weeks to get your application verified. But during that time, then start working on your secondary. Start pre-writing your secondaries. You can find the prompts from like last year, and I don't know if the prompts for this year are open yet, but they should be. But you can always try to find them on medical school headquarters and also prospectivedoctor.net, I believe. I'm gonna put them on the screen. I also have them below for you guys. So yeah, start writing your secondaries. Make sure you get people to look over them, review them in a timely manner. One thing that I did that I wish I did not do is I submitted my secondaries very late. So they looked at my application very late. So that's my bad. Don't be like me. Be better than me. Be better than me. So yeah, I would definitely try to stay within that 2-week span that they like to say. Honestly, if you pre-write, you can submit it within that week, and then they'll have your full application and they'll be ready to look at you and, invite you for an interview if they like you, if y'all bond. Last but not least is money, okay? It costs to be the boss. So you got to put some skin in the game when it comes to applying to medical school. Like I told you guys earlier, I applied to FAP and I got accepted into FAP. So I got 20 medical schools for free. I ended up applying to more than 20 medical schools. I can't even remember off the top of my head. So there was a difference. There was a huge difference. But I'm grateful to not have had to apply or pay for those 20 plus those first 20 schools that I applied to. So we're going to thank God when we can. But I applied to more than 20 schools. So I had to pay whatever that difference was, which was a lot of money. Shout out to Lessica. Shout out to my sorority sister who helped me pay for some of my applications. I love her forever, and I cannot wait to buy her a Birkin bag because she deserves. But yeah, I had to pay for that difference in between the 20 and however many schools I applied to. I also told you guys earlier that I had to pay for 2 Meharry and UNC's secondary as well. So just have a little bit of money or a lot of bit of money to the side just for like the unexpected expenses, transcripts, all that kind of stuff when applying to medical school. Honestly, if I didn't get accepted into FAP, I probably wouldn't have applied this year because the funds were not there. Medical school, applying to medical school is expensive, and I didn't have it. So I'm super grateful that I have FAP to lean back on. Okay, guys, so these were my essentials for applying to medical school. I hope you guys take something, learn something, apply something. I hope you guys do great in this application cycle, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and leave a comment on what you thought was very helpful. Love you guys.
Tell me what you think about me. I got my own diamonds and I buy my own rings. Only ring your celly when I'm feeling lonely. When it's all over, please get up and leave. Question, tell me how you feel about this. Try to control me, boy, you get dismissed. Pay my own funnel and I pay my own bills. Always 50-50 in relationships. The shoe on my feet, I bought the clothes I'm wearing.